and Sugar Dunkerton came out and basically humiliated him in front of his crowd. And, you know, he's part of a tag team, but also part of a championship presence every time he comes out here. And Sugar Dunkerton simply embarrassed him.
We hope to be hearing from the RPW Tag Team Champions, the new exotic ones in this program. Obviously, a lot going on with that. How they got that title, the situation with the police coming in, arresting AJ Steele at the Bash. And I know not only is AJ Steele obviously and Murder One looking for the exotic ones, but obviously Dr. Johnny Gayton still has some issues he wants to solve with them and Big Bang Barfield, as well as the Jones boys.
Yeah, I missed a lot. I was gone for one show, a big show at that, a show where we had a packed-out house here at Johnny G's. Just tremendous, and a tremendous action top to down, new champions, but an awful lot happened that particular night. I'm sorry I missed it. You're going to have to help me catch up here all night, I guess.
Well, we're hoping that in the future we can offer the fans a DVD. That program was not telecast, obviously, and that's something a lot of fans have expressed interest in. In the ring right now, you have a side headlock being applied by Cedric Johnson on this very electrifying competitor, Sugar Dunkerton. Dunkerton has a lot of energy in the ring.
Well, Dunkerton is an athlete, displays it in everything he does. Obviously an athlete in the sport of basketball, but has proven to be a consummate professional wrestler in everything he's been doing in the ring. I also likes to preen and profile a little bit, as he is right here, having slid out of a side headlock, and he gets his own version right now on Cedric Johnson. First time I believe I've had a chance to see Cedric Johnson in the ring.
We're going to see J-Rod on this program. Chip Day, Do or Die is here. The RPW champion, Sean Banks, is on the program. So don't go away, fans. We're glad you joined us right here on Fox 24 and Cox Communications. Now, crisscross across the ring, Dunkerton and Cedric now. Who will end up where? And stop tactic there by Dunkerton. Stops him in midstream.
Well, it looks like Dunkerton suggesting he's just getting a little bit tired there. That's just too much work. Oh.
That's him across the face. Well, that could be a psychological battle there that he's trying to wage against him. And again, running the ropes. And now Cedric Johnson tries the same ploy.
Well, turnabout is fair play, and now he's trying to get Dunkerton to look up, but he gets a little foot to the foot. A high knee lift takes him off his feet. Dunkerton not only winning on the comedy, but winning in the ring in terms of the action. Headbutt, another headbutt, and a third.
And that one took him down, and Sugar Dunkerton is on fire here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. It's great to have referee Jeff McGowan back in the ring. You know, he is a second-generation referee.
Yes, he is, and one of the best referees in the state of Georgia. I told him backstage, he said he had taken some time off for a period of time. I told him not to do that too much because he literally is one of the best referees in the state, if not in all of professional wrestling, and it's great to have somebody like him back here at Rampage Wrestling.
Cedric Johnson putting all of his weight standing up on that rope, and that neck pressed against the rope. Sugar Dunkerton now has a lot of air taken out of him as Johnson moves in with a boot, and Dunkerton goes down.
Well, there was a lot of playing going on early in this match, but it appears at this point Cedric Johnson is starting to take this very, very seriously and is starting to wear out Sugar Dunkerton. Dunkerton's going to have to take the match a little more seriously now himself, or coming off of that big win with Crew Jones not that long ago, he may suffer defeat and a setback.
Both of these men obviously want to move up the ladder here at Rampage Pro Wrestling. Both would love to have a title shot, I am sure, with RPW champion Sean Banks. But only one can move forward, and I know Cedric Johnson has not had as many wins as perhaps Sugar Dunkerton has. He doesn't have that big win over Crew Jones on his belt, but certainly beating Sugar Dunkerton right here will move him up.
Exactly so. As Sugar Dunkerton goes up in the rankings, the next person in line, if he can take down Sugar Dunkerton, he goes up in the rankings, and that's the way it is here at Rampage Wrestling. Everybody's trying to move up the ladder so they can get the chance at the champion, Sean Banks, at the television champion, to get their chance to carry gold here at Rampage Pro Wrestling.
It's great to see all the new fans we had come out last week, and many of them came back this week. We invite all the fans to join us the first, third, and fifth Saturdays here in Warner Robins, Georgia on Russell Parkway at Johnny G's Fun Center. Not just the best pro wrestling in the state of Georgia, but also some of the greatest fun, games and go-karts. This place is just a family fun center, as it says, and it's the only place you can see Rampage Pro Wrestling like this live. And if you enjoy it on TV, you'd enjoy it much more in person.
Very much so. Bring the family, enjoy a whole day. Tremendously entertaining, great food, and then professional wrestling, like you said, on the first, third, and fifth Saturdays of every month right here a tremendous card tonight and a tremendous card anytime you're here, no matter where you're watching this, when you're watching this on the internet, on Fox. You're going to see tremendous Rampage Pro Wrestling, and you're seeing a great opening match here tonight.
One disadvantage that Sugar Dunkerton obviously has is that hair, and I believe maybe a handful of hair there. Cedric Johnson taking him down.
Yes, he is. In Dunkerton, all of the steam has gone out of him at this point. He's lost a little bit of that energy that he brought early into the match, and at this point has been kept down on the mat for a considerable period of time. I think that Johnson's making a little bit of a mistake walking away from him as much as he is. He should be on him. He should be grabbing a hold on him and trying to take the wind out rather than just kicking him and frustrating him, because that's just going to irritate him, and you're seeing an example of that now as Dunkerton's making a comeback. Hard blows to the stomach, rocking him back, continues to rock him back, but Johnson able to come in and cut it off with a forearm to the back.
I do notice a lot of fire in this young man, Johnson, but also a lack of experience seems to come up every now and then, but he did cut him off well that time, and now seems to be tying Dunkerton up, has both of those arms winged behind him in what could become a submission hold, but he's trying to press his head now into the shoulder blades. Not sure how much pressure he's able to get without the knee behind him and without standing over him a little more.
Well, it looks like a form of a chicken wing, but he didn't have it hooked in very well. Now he's let that go. A lot of inconsistency in his offense here, and that may create an opportunity. Well, it is creating an opportunity for Sugar Dunkerton to come back, hits the ropes, comes off.
Power slam!
Tremendous power slam there by Cedric Johnson, and it looks, and he is going for the cover.
Could be an upset right there on Dunkerton, hooked the leg, but did not get the count.
Another cover. A little bit of delay going for that first cover, and now he's just going in, and I don't know that this is being productive. He's getting nothing but frustrated here, and he's losing his cool. Goes for another cover, hooks the leg. Two count.
And as you know, Mr. Barron, frustration sometimes can be very dangerous in the ring. That's not the place you want to lose your wits.
No, the more you stay in control, the more you bring the match to your opponent, the more likely you're going to come away the winner.
Hardy with a running knee, and Dunkerton is down, but whether or not he can get that 3 count remains to be seen.
Ellen, Johnson spending way too much time looking at the crowd and honestly spending more time with the crowd than he gets with his opponent, and that's not a good idea. Dunkerton may have been beat up a lot in this match, but this is a guy with explosive energy and a guy that can come back at any time, and he's proven that in the matches we've seen already here on Rampage Wrestling.
And now he's got him from behind now, has that arm hooked and pulling that neck and that head backwards. And Jeff McGowan right on top of the action, trying to check and make sure we do not have a submission. I can't imagine that Sugar Dunkerton would easily submit. He is a fighter, but he is in a bad way right now.
Well, he's got an underhook on the left, and he's crossing with the hand, but I don't think he's got any real good leverage at this point with this. It does look painful, but it doesn't look like it's really doing the damage he's going to need to, but it actually appears to be having a little bit of an impact on Dunkerton. Dunkerton losing a little bit of control, but he's still got some fire in him. He's still got some life, and the crowd seems to be getting behind him as he comes to his feet, hooks it, jawjacker, brings him down and rocks him with the back of the head. And Dunkerton's trying to get up to his feet. This is the first time we've seen him make it to his feet in a while.
Comes out for the clothesline, and Sugar Dunkerton is back in this match, and he is coming back, and he is electrified. Couple of good blows. Fancy footwork and a powerful punch sends Johnson down.
Came through. Punches aren't necessarily legal in a match, but doing them in that way, if Jeff McGowan had been counting, had been within a 5 count and very legal at that point and very impressive at that point. He pulls down the top of that outfit, and he's lining up for something. Looks like he's coming in, throws a big clothesline. Leapfrog.
Johnson comes back. Good fancy footwork maneuvering. Kicks him. He may have him right here.
Enziguri to the top of the head. He's got him covered. Should be hooking the leg. Mistake there, not getting the leg, and it's a bigger mistake going after the referee. He could lose the match right there if he's not careful.
Put your hands on the referee. That could be an automatic disqualification. He's going to have to control that temper.
Well, the frustration factor that seems to circulate around Cedric Johnson has been his downfall amidst several very good moves in this match, and there was another one backing Dunkerton up in the corner. He's now gone to the opposing corner and is coming across. Took way too much time. Caught with an elbow coming in by Dunkerton. Dunkerton picks him up, slams him face first into the mat.
That's called the Monster Slam, Mr. Barons, and I believe he may have it right here. Sugar Dunkerton with the Monster Slam has won this match, and a hard-fought victory for Sugar Dunkerton. Another great matchup here on Rampage Pro Wrestling. As we said, don't go anywhere. Shooter Dungeon's the winner with that monster jam. But you know what? Coming up, we still have Do or Die Chip Day in action. And J-Rod in a special challenge match with the RPW champion, John Banks, on this program.
Tremendous program. We'll be right back after these messages.